Today let us see how to use steam tables. Throughout this course we will be using steam tables while solving the problem. So before start solving the problem, let us learn how to use steam tables. Before understanding the steam tables, let us understand basic terminology associated with it. So here different terminals are there: saturated temperature, saturation pressure, AF, that is property A at saturated liquid state, AG, that is property A at saturated vapor state, AFG, that is change in property A while changing phase from saturated liquid to saturated vapor, and the last one is dryness fraction. Now let us see one by one briefly. Let us begin with saturation temperature. Saturation temperature is the temperature for a corresponding pressure at which liquid boils into its phase. If you look at this TV diagram, here this TV diagram is corresponding to at constant pressure. The pressure is 1 atmosphere pressure. Okay. Here this green dot is saturated liquid state, red dot is saturated vapor state, and this horizontal line where phase change is being taken place. The temperature at saturated liquid state, the temperature is called saturation temperature. Specifically, if you take water, 100 degrees is the saturation temperature at 1 atmosphere pressure. Now let us discuss saturation pressure. Saturation pressure is the pressure at which a given liquid and its vapor can coexist in equilibrium at given temperature. You can see on PV diagram here the green dot is saturated liquid and the red dot is saturated vapor state, and this horizontal line where phase change being taking place at constant temperature. The pressure at this horizontal line is called saturation pressure, where liquid and its vapor can coexist in equilibrium. If we take water, for water 1 atmosphere is the saturation pressure at a temperature 100 degrees centigrade. As you can see here, property A on x-axis, T on y-axis. Here a green dot denotes saturated liquid state and the red dot denotes saturated vapor state. Here F denotes for saturated liquid and G denotes for saturated vapor. Here on x-axis AF is the property A at the state of saturated liquid state. AG is the property A at the state of saturated vapor state. AFG is change in property A while changing phase from saturated liquid to saturated vapor, which means AFG equals to AG minus AF. Now let us understand what is dryness fraction. Dryness fraction is defined as the ratio of the mass of vapor in mixture to total mass of vapor. If we write mathematically, dryness fraction Xc equals to mass of vapor divided by mass of liquid plus mass of vapor. You can see on TV diagram, point F denoted for saturated liquid state, point G denoted for saturated vapor state. Okay, if you at point 4, mass of vapor is 0. So the dryness fraction will be 0. At point G, mass of liquid is 0. So the dryness fraction will be 1. If we take any point between F and G, the dryness fraction varies from 0 to 1. Let us consider a system, liquid vapor system. Then the total mass, it would be m equals to mass of fluid plus mass of gas. Then dryness fraction x, it would be x equals to mass of vapor divided by mass of total mass. And also we can write it as 1 minus x equals to mass of fluid divided by total mass. Then the total volume, it can be written as total volume equals to volume of fluid plus volume of the vapor. Then specific volume equals to volume of fluid divided by mass plus volume of gas divided by mass. This equation, it can be written as V equals to mf Vf divided by m plus mg Vg divided by m. Okay. Here in this equation, we know that mf by m equals to 1 minus x and mg by m equals to x. So if you substitute those equations here, it can be written as V equals to 1 minus x into Vf. Here 1 minus x is mf by m. Here x is mg by m. Okay. Now we can also written as V equals to, if we simplify this equation, V equals to Vf plus, if we take the x as a common, we can write it as Vg minus Vf. So finally, V equals to Vf plus x into Vfg. Here Vfg is Vg minus Vf, which means specific volume of vapor minus specific volume of fluid. Okay, here this equation is in terms of specific volume. So same way we can write it for specific entropy and specific enthalpy also. If we take the specific enthalpy, the equation, it would be a H equals to Hf plus x into Hfg. If you consider entropy, specific entropy, S equals to Sf plus x into Sfg. Okay, so the same equation we can write in terms of enthalpy and entropy also. Now let us consider a liquid vapor system which contains 30% vapor and 70% liquid. Okay, so if the 30% vapor and 70% liquid, what would be the dryness fraction? Dryness fraction x equals to, we know that mass of vapor divided by total mass. Here mass of vapor is 30%, total mass is 100%. So dryness fraction x, it would be 0.3. Okay, if you look at on TV diagram, so here, so on FG line, so on line FG, the x is, this is the position of the point x equals to 0.3. This we already calculated here. How can we calculate the dryness fraction? X equals to total mass of the vapor divided by total mass. Here mass of the vapor 30%, total mass 100%. So the x value, it would be 0.3. Okay, and see here, here Vfg equals to Vg minus Vf. So okay, so here this is the x, this is the location of the point x on Fg line. This FG line is where the phase transformation is taking place. The liquid is converting into vapor. Okay. If you take the X on line FG, here if you look at on x-axis, the value V is, it would be greater than the Vf and it will be less than the Vg. So the same thing we written here. So from this chart we can write it as V greater than Vf, V less than Vg. See here, if you look at the TV diagram, here V is greater than the Vf and Vg less than Vf. The same thing I written here. Now we can write it as V equals to Vf plus 30% of change in volume while change in phase from liquid to vapor state. So this can be, we can write it as V equals to Vf plus 30% change in volume while changing the phase. Changing the phase from vapor to liquid. So we can write it as Vg minus Vf. And also it can be written as V equals to Vf plus 0.3 into Vg minus Vf. Here 30% means 0.3. And finally it can be written as V equals to Vf plus 0.3 into Vf. From the steam table we can evaluate the thermodynamic properties like specific volume, internal energy, enthalpy and entropy. Steam tables are, it can be divided into two types. One is saturated steam table, the second one is superheated steam table. Again, saturated steam table, it can be divided into two types: temperature based steam table and pressure based steam table. Now let us see individually. Temperature based steam table, it look like this. See here in the first column you can see there is a temperature in degrees centigrade, and second column pressure in the bar. Here this pressure is the saturation pressure. Okay, here this pressure corresponding to the temperature. For example, if you take the temperature 20 degrees centigrade, the corresponding saturated pressure, it would be 0.023393. Okay, of course other columns also there: specific volume, internal energy and enthalpy, and each property subdivided into two columns. Okay, if you take the specific volume, it are divided into Vf and Vg. Here Vg denoted for saturated liquid, specific volume of that saturated liquid. Vg denoted saturated vapor, specific volume of the saturated vapor. It is the same way for internal energy and enthalpy. Okay. Now let us see couple of examples on temperature based steam table. Okay. So if you look at the first example, what is the specific volume of saturated vapor at 40 degrees centigrade? Here they given the temperature. The temperature is 40 degrees centigrade. Here what we have to find out? We have to find the specific volume. But at what state? That also they given. It is a saturated vapor state. Okay, at 40 degrees centigrade, and the state of saturated vapor, which we have to find the specific volume. Okay, if you look at this steam table, here temperature is 40 degrees centigrade. At 40 degrees centigrade, what would be the specific volume at the state of saturated vapor? So this is the specific volume column. Saturated vapor means Vg. So the value, it would be 19.515 meter cube per kg. So the answer is 19.515 meter cube per kg specific volume. Let us see other example also. What is the enthalpy of saturated liquid at 120 degrees centigrade? Here the temperature is 120 degrees centigrade. We have to find enthalpy. enthalpy at what state, either vapor state or liquid state. Here they given it is a saturated vapor liquid state. At liquid state we have to find the enthalpy at temperature 120 degrees centigrade. Okay, so if you look at this steam table at 120, it's already highlighted here. At 120 degrees centigrade, the enthalpy, so the last column is enthalpy column, and so HF means saturated liquid state, enthalpy of saturated liquid. So the value is 503.81 kilojoule per kg. So the answer is 503.81 kilojoule per kg. So let us see one more example on temperature based steam table. Here the example is rigid tank contains 10 kg of water at 60 degrees centigrade. If 7 kg of water is in liquid form and remaining in vapor form, determine value of the tank. Okay. Here what they given, the total mass is 10 kg, temperature 60 degrees centigrade and 7 kg in liquid form, and we have to find the volume of the tank, total volume of the tank. Okay. So if you look at the solution, total mass M equals to 10 kg, which is this value already given in the given date in the problem, and also MF means mass of fluid 7 kg, which is also given in the problem. Okay, so the total mass is 10 kg, mass of fluid 7 kg. So we can find the mass of the vapor. So mass of vapor equals to total mass minus total mass of fluid, that is 7. So 10 minus 7 equals to 3 kg. So the value is 3 kg. Mass of vapor is 3 kg. Now dryness fraction. What is dryness fraction? X equals to mass of vapor divided by total mass. So mass of vapor is 3 kg, total mass is 10 kg. So the dryness fraction is, it will be 0.3. But what we have to find out? We have to find the total volume. Total volume equals to Vf plus X into Vfg. Okay. This equation we already discussed in the previous slide. So here Vf is specific volume at saturated liquid state, and Vfg means Vg minus Vf. Okay. So to find the total volume, here if you know the value of Vg and Vfg, we can find the total volume. Okay. But here, how to find the Vf and Vg? These values we can get from the steam table. So this right side there is a steam table. If you look at the steam table, so here in the given problem the temperature is 16 degrees centigrade. At 60 degrees centigrade, we have to find the specific volume at saturated liquid state. That means Vf. So this is the value 0.0010171 meter cube per kg. So that I written here. The other thing is Vg. Vg means specific volume at saturated vapor state. Saturated vapor state means Vg. At given temperature 60 degrees centigrade, the value is 7.6672 meter cube per kg. That I written here. Now what is Vfg? Vfg equals to Vg minus Vf. So 7.6672 minus 0.001017. So the final value is 7.6661829 meter cube per kg. So the Vfg value is this much meter cube per kg. Here finally we know the values of Vfg and Vf. If substitute those values in this equation, so we can find the total volume. The total volume, it would be 2.300871 metric cube per kg. So the total volume of the tank, it will be equal to 2.300871 metric cube per kg. Here let us understand pressure based steam table. As you can see here, the first column is pressure in bar, the second column temperature in degrees centigrade. Here temperature is saturation temperature corresponding to the given pressure. For example, if we take the pressure 20 bar, the temperature it would be 212.38 degrees centigrade. Okay, like temperature steam table, here also we can find the other properties: specific volume, internal energy, enthalpy, and each column there will be, if we take the specific volume, here again subdivided into two columns: specific volume at liquid saturated liquid state, specific volume at saturated vapor state. Same way, if we take the internal energy, specific internal energy at saturated liquid state, that is EF, and specific internal energy at saturated vapor state. Same way we can find the enthalpy also. Now let us see an example on pressure based steam table. Here the example is, what is internal energy of saturated liquid at 80 bar pressure and what is saturation temperature? So in this problem, here they given the value 80 bar, pressure 80 bar. What we have to find out? Here we have to find the internal energy and saturation pressure. At what state? Saturated liquid state. The right side, as you can see in this table, so here the given pressure is 80 bar. So at 80 bar, internal energy at the saturation liquid state, that is EF. So on internal energy column, 1306.2, it is value of EF. So the answer is 1306 kilojoule per kg. But the other question is, what is saturation temperature at 80 bar? At 80 bar, the saturation temperature is 295.01. So the answer is 295.01 degrees centigrade. Now let us learn how to use superheated steam table. Here as you can see, this table divided into two parts. The first part is, it is only for 0.01 megapascal, and the second part, which is only for 0.1 megapascal. Here in the first column, 0.01 megapascal, the saturation temperature is 45.81 degrees centigrade. So you can see here the first column is temperature, saturation temperature at degree centigrade, and the second column specific volume, third column internal energy, fourth column enthalpy, and last column entropy. Okay. The same way, if you look at the second table, this table is only for 0.1 megapascal, and here saturation temperature is 99.61 degrees centigrade. Okay. Here in the second column, at saturation temperature 50 degrees centigrade, so there are no values here. So this row is blank, because here at 0.1 megapascal, the saturation temperature is 99.61 degrees centigrade, which means this steam table, it cannot give the below the saturation temperature. Okay, this steam table it cannot give the values below the saturation temperature. That's why at 50 degrees centigrade, so this row is empty. Now let us see an example on superheated steam table. Okay, so this is let us say first example. Determine the specific enthalpy of water at a state of P equals to 0.01 megapascal and temperature 400 degrees centigrade. Here we have to find specific enthalpy. So here what is the given pressure? The pressure is 0.01 megapascal. So here we have to pick up the table which is the at a pressure 0.01 megapascal. Okay, so if you look at this table, the right side, this table is only for at a pressure 0.01 megapascal. For example, if the given problem, if the pressure is 2 megapascal, so we have taken some other table. Okay, here at 0.01 megapascal and 400 degrees centigrade. So this is the first column, 400 degrees centigrade. At 400 degrees centigrade, the enthalpy means H equals to 3280 kilojoule per kg. So the answer is 3280 kilojoule per kg. Let us see other example. Determine the temperature of water at a state of P equals to 0.01 megapascal, which means, so we can use the same table, this right side table, because here the pressure is 0.01 megapascal and specific volume is 30 meter cube per kg. Okay, so here what we have to find out? We have to find the temperature at a pressure 0.01 megapascal and specific volume is 30 meter cube per kg. If you look at the table on right side here, so there is no 30 meter cube per kg. Here 26.446 is there and 31.063 is there. So the value it will be between 300 degrees centigrade and 400 degrees centigrade. So how to find temperature at 30 meter cube per kg? So by interpolation we can find the temperature at 30 meter cube per kg. So if you look at this table, left side temperature, right side specific volume. But we have to find the temperature at 30 meter cube per kg. So let us assume that the unknown temperature as X. So if you look at the chart specific volume and temperature from this table, at 300 degrees centigrade, the specific volume is 26.446. At 400 degrees centigrade, specific volume 31.063. But our concern is we have to find the temperature at specific volume of 30 meter cube per kg. So here on x-axis, here we have to find the temperature. If you join all the points, so just name it as A, C, B. At point A, xy coordinates are 300, 26.446. At point B, xy coordinates are 400, 31.06. At point C, x, 36. Why? Because here we don't know the value of the x, that we have to find out. So from this chart, mathematically we can write like this: x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 equals to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1. So this we already studied in our school level. The same equation we are using here. So if you substitute all the values here, x minus 300 divided by 400 minus 300 equals to 30 minus 26.446 divided by 31.063 minus the y1 value is 26.446. So if you simplify this equation, so the value is x equals to 377 degrees centigrade. Okay. So at 0.01 megapascal and at a specific volume 30 meter cube per kg, the temperature is 377 degrees centigrade. Okay, this is how we can find the unknown value in the steam table by using interpolation. Okay, so now we have some idea how to see the saturated liquid table and steam tables, and we know what is saturated liquid point, what is saturated vapor point. Okay, and also we know what is saturation temperature, what is saturation pressure. Okay, and also we have discussed about how can we find the dryness fraction. The dryness fraction is mass of vapor divided by total mass of the system.